Welcome to Analyze with me. Good morning, people. It's a new day, and yeah, we're back with another one, like all the YouTubers say. Today we're gonna be looking at one of our favorite currency pairs, which is NZD USD, and we're gonna try find an opportunity to take for the day. All right. First and first, right? What do we do when we trade around here? Right. First things first is I need to try kind of figure out what is happening. What is happening or what has been happening, especially in the time frame that I'm trading on, which is the 15 minute, right? As you can see, we have been having like a sort of a downtrend ever since, and then found ourselves in like a consolidation phase. And so now we are standing in between long buys and long sells, right? So any move that would take place, I'm talking about the 15 minutes, by the way. Any move that will take place above this area, which you can see it broke out of, but kind of gave us like a fake out. So I think this would be like the new critical area. Any any movement outside of this area can give us some possible long buys, and then any movement that breaks out of this area here can give us long term sells. But that's not what we're looking for right now. What we're looking for is we're looking at the opportunities to trade in between this area. But um, looking for opportunity to trade in this area, as much as I don't always what do you call? I don't always advise to trade in between the box, but then if we're gonna dumb it down a bit and you know minimize the picture, so instead of looking at this thing like this, we're gonna look at it in a smaller kind of a picture, right? So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go to where we are currently, where the market is moving, and then we're gonna try find a structure. So the first thing that we look at the bigger picture. What is the bigger picture? The bigger structure that we're looking for here and that we're seeing a sort of a flag so far as I connect to these, right? Sometimes you just look at it and you can see that okay, a flag can get out of here. Now we see a flag, right? This is our flag. And then secondly, what we see a double bottom, right? We see a double bottom structure, right? As you can see, one, right? And then what we see a breakout of the structure, right? And so we should expect to have like a sort of a retest and then boom, right? So that's what we are looking at, okay? So we have this at the neckline, which is where it is right now, right? Which is where it is right now. So we are waiting for a breakout of this neckline and then hoping for a retest and then a goodbye to the trend line. Okay, right? And then also, yeah, so this is a very critical. So this is the box for us. So this is basically the box for us. So we want everything that has happening outside of this box, right? Because also, guys, you need to also look at where it's coming from, right? Because this is not just a retest. It's not just a double top, I mean double bottom breakout to go and reach like a certain target. This is also um, a movement to retest the previous structure, which is this area here. We have like a head and shoulder happening here, right? So head and shoulder, so it might also come around here. So it's also a bit tricky when it comes around this area because this area could also be a retest of this cell structure. So that's why it's also going to be very important that we don't enter it right away here. We might enter it around this area to just be safe. So we're gonna let it go down and then only enter when it comes back up so that it can get take us in with, right? And then you'd have something like that. Okay, but then if you when you're confident, you can always have it around here. But because we're trading in between it can be a bit tricky. So you want to play it a bit safe. But I usually enter as early as possible. So wherever it's going to retest, that's where I'm going to have my buy stop, and then boom. But then, yeah, so also looking at the downside, entering around this area here, going down, is also not much of a bad idea. But in this case, I prefer the buys more than the sells. Okay. Yeah. So, guys, that's it from my side. That's what we are looking at. Um, NZD USD. We are waiting for the full breakout retest, and then once it's retest, we can enter above retest, and then hopefully um, make some moolah for the day. Make some cash for the day. Okay, yeah. And so that's it from my side. I hope this video was very helpful, and see you on the next one.